everybody, this is Stephanie. Welcome to my channel. Today I am doing a pink look, but it's all based on one product, this L'Oreal Colour Riche Shimmer lipstick called Ballerina Shoes. Now I've seen this before and I never thought that I would want to give it a try because it's too light pink. It's not necessarily flattering for my skin tone. It's very cool, but my friend had it and I said, hey, can I try that? I'm gonna see if I like it, and I really did. So I decided to make an entire video, based off of pink tones. So I whipped out my Smoke and Roses palette from ColourPop, as well as a very bright pink blush from NYX, and I got started. Now here I am using the fluffy end of my Urban Decay dual end eyeshadow brush, and I'm using a very pale color called Alone just for a base. This is a shade called Pastime. It's a little deeper shade, and I decided to go in and try to pack that on my lower lid. Now there's something about ColourPop. I really like ColourPop. They have beautiful shades in their palettes, but they don't necessarily have a lot of pigment once you've started to apply the product. So I find that oftentimes I have to go over it in order to get the desired pigment or the shade that I'm actually looking for, which is what I'm having to do here. So I'm speeding it up, and I'm also using the dense end of this dual end brush, which really helps. Using this Farmasi brand crease brush, I'm going in with the shade Kickstart. It's a slight brown tone for my crease. I'm gonna have to go over this quite a bit in order to get it to where it's deep enough to really make a difference in the transition shade here. I love me some shimmer. So I started out with this shade. It's called Faithfully. But as I was applying it, I was not getting the desired effect. So I tried first with my finger, then I went in with a shimmer brush from BS-Mall and tried to pack it in there, and decided that wasn't going to do the trick. Some of these shimmers with ColourPop do better if you just put them on your lid without anything in the base. All right, so I'm going in now with a different shade. This shade is called On the Edge, and as I was applying, it was a little better, but it still wasn't doing what I was hoping. So I did move on to yet a third shade of shimmer. And here we are. It's called One Love, and it's just straight brilliant pearl shimmer, and it was better than the other two I had tried. I think that, again, like I was saying, when I've used shimmer with ColourPop before, it seems like it's just better to use them without a base. I don't know why that is in my case, but this one did okay. And I got a little bit more in the corner of my left eye than I realized. So if it seems like there's a little bit of unevenness there, I didn't realize it until after I was editing. So I apologize for that. I do notice it. I moved on to my Urban Decay Metal Mania palette for my eyeliner. This is the shade Road Crew. This Urban Decay palette, as most Urban Decay palettes, every Urban Decay palette that I've ever used, is so reliable, very little fallout, awesome pigment, easy to use for smoky eye, for eyeliner. I absolutely really rely on these palettes because they're so good. So I used this one today, and also in between application of shimmer, I did have some fallout off camera. I did clean it up a little bit and reapply some concealer. I had to do it a couple times. So I did it again once I finished this last pass with my eyeliner before I went to my mascara. So if you see a little bit of a difference there under my eyes, that is the reason. Here I picked up a blending brush just to sort of clean it up a little bit and just sort of bring those transitions together. It's a Farmasi Pro eyeshadow brush, and it just sort of bring that liner and the crease color together a little bit and under my eyes. One of my favorite drugstore mascaras, this is the Essence Princess Lash False Effect. I'm not going to waste your time putting mascara on in front of you forever. You know how to wear mascara, so just going to go through this really quickly. Here is this lovely lipstick. As you can see, it's very sheer. It's got some shimmer to it. It's very light. This is not my lipstick, so I sterilized it. Then I used a lip brush to pick up product to put directly onto my lips, just so I didn't transfer from my lips over to my friend's lipstick. So I didn't get as heavy of a coverage that I would have normally had. I started out with a brush and then I put some on my hand and then I used my finger, but I was still really happy with it. I do not like heavy lipsticks. I like glosses and I like lipsticks that are subtle, and I was so incredibly pleasantly, happily surprised at how pretty this lipstick is. I'm gonna get my own and probably, pile it on a little heavier, but at least we got an idea here. I was just very pleasantly surprised. Whenever I find something that I like in a lip product, it always makes me really happy. I suppose I probably could have used a lip liner, but I just chose not to do it this time. Going in with my Stila Correct to Conceal palette, I picked up the yellow concealer and mixed it with the brightening concealer with this BS-Mall concealer brush and just went under my eyes and brightened that up a little bit after cleaning it up from a little bit of shimmer fallout. Next, I picked up my blush, which is this NYX Buttermelt blush. It is called Butta Together, and it is so beautiful. This pink, bright, shimmery, highly pigmented blush. You're going to see here in a minute, if you haven't seen this yet, one dab on my brush, and that's what you get. So you got to be careful. But I really, really like this blush. I've got another one. I'd like to pick up even more of them if I could, but I really appreciate a blush that's got some good pigment. So, but I did have to play with it a little bit. I placed it on my face, and then I picked up a clean face brush just to tone it down a little bit. Overall, I really, really like this look. I wish I had applied a little bit more of the lipstick for a more, more oomph. I'm going to do that next time. If you have not subscribed, please consider doing so. And as usual, thank you for watching.